Stop expecting miracles when you're only half in. Seriously, why do you keep half-assing it and expecting these amazing results? The universe can only meet you at your level of devotion. All right. So that's what we're going to dive into in today's episode, the power of going all in and the karma that you create, aka the correct causes for the result you want when you put your whole ass into it. The thing about like commitment to a relationship, the commitment to your career, the commitment to the next chapter of your life. If you are only putting half your ass into it, you have one foot on the brake, one foot on the gas, and you're expecting these like amazing outcomes, the momentum, but it's like you're stagnating, you're in purgatory. Why? I'm going to give you guys some examples, all right, before we get into like the karma of this. These are just some of the most common things that I see people struggling with because it's like they don't know how it's going to work out and they don't know when they're going to get a result. So they refuse to put 100% in, all right, energetically, not just physically and emotionally, like even just energetically owning your desire completely and having the courage and the faith to start pursuing it and stay with it when it gets hard. Yes, this is nuanced. And of course, over time and as your intuition gets stronger and as you get better at this, like you're going to learn when you need to pivot, when it's time to tweak things. But most people never start. Okay. They just never start. And then they're like, meh, poor me. Like, why is nothing happening? Sweetie, get off your butt. Let's fucking go. So these are just some of the examples of the ways that I see people going like half in. All right. And then you're getting mixed results. Number one, for example, you say you want sacred partnership. You want this like amazing, epic, love of a lifetime. Holy shit. I can't believe that this exists partnership. But you're entertaining currently a mediocre partnership. Like maybe you're in a relationship, but you feel half dead. You don't feel seen. You don't feel excited. It's not passionate, but you won't leave it. Or you keep entertaining love interests who breadcrumb you, who are not fully claiming you. And you're like settling for that. You're like, well, it's better than nothing or it's better than being alone. Okay. It doesn't demand any growth there, you guys. It's a comfort zone. It might be shitty and it might not be like, you might be like, oh, wow, I'm not really getting my needs met. But there's something about it that feels familiar. So you're staying there instead of putting yourself out there or making a bigger sacrifice so that you have the space available for the type of relationship you actually want or for the changes to happen or whatever. Number two, I have friends like this who have creative businesses and they want to be seen as more unapologetic, more erotic, more magnetic. But then every time they've got all their eyes on them, right? Like they're going to post something and they freak out and then they keep posting shit that's vanilla and safe and comfortable. It's like they won't full on go into the edge and leave it there. Why? Because, we don't want to feel the discomfort of rejection. We don't want people to criticize us. We don't want judgment. You guys, you can't have a radically alive, exciting, fulfilling life by playing it safe. It just doesn't work that way. At some point, you have to edge into the discomfort and lean into it. Be like, can I be a little more comfortable with the discomfort? There is no way out but through, you guys. All right, number three. That's another example. Another one I hear a lot. You say that you're done with your 9 to 5 cage. You want to quit your full-time job, but right, you keep praying for freedom. You're like, oh my God, I would give anything to just be my own boss and do my own thing and pursue my dream and do the things that I'm really, really good at and like make money using my gifts. But you keep praying for the freedom, but you're not choosing the freedom, right? So you refuse to take a risk. You refuse to make a sacrifice and you stay where it's like draining your soul and bitching and whining about it. You guys, just think, I'm going to explain the karma of this, okay? Next up, you want the business, the art, the impact. You want to like be out there doing your thing, but you're using imposter syndrome as an excuse, perfectionism as an excuse. Oh, it's not the right time as an excuse. You guys, there is no right time. There really, ultimately, the time is like when you start. Like you start, you create momentum. You're telling the universe, yes, I'm in, I want this thing. And then things will start to align. But the biggest issue I see for people is that they sit on the fence. They will not choose. Therefore, they are not getting the kind of results that they're looking for. Another one, you're constantly meditating on abundance, but you're not asking for what you need. So this doesn't mean that you're broke. Like you could already have success, but then it's like you're wanting a new level of success, or maybe you're wanting abundance without the struggle bus, like without feeling like you have to hustle and grind 24/7 to receive it. This is one that I work with a lot on my clients. Like by the time you're coming to me, you've already had some success. You've already achieved things, but most of the people that come to me are like, I'm exhausted. Like I'm doing it, but I'm burned out. I'm doing it, but I don't even like what I'm really doing. Or like I've created success in a certain lane, but that's not really the lane that I want to be creating prosperity in anymore. But I don't know how to switch out of it with ease, with pleasure, like by feeling excited and alive. And again, like the eros part of it is really big in my business. Like this is why a lot of people come to me, because they can do it where it's very like dry and mechanical. And that's how a lot of like, I don't know, let's just say like coaches out there teach things like love stuff or business stuff. They teach it. It's very practical, and practical is fine to a certain extent, but they're missing the erotic. They're missing the juiciness. They're missing the sexiness of it all. Okay. So if you want to do it and it feels like no lube, go for it. But like, come to me, get wet. Let's do it together in a way that actually feels fun. I didn't quit my corporate to go have dry sex, quote unquote, in my business. Do you know what I mean? Like, no, if it's not feeling alive, then I know that I need to make adjustments, right? Just saying. It's the best metaphor because that's what it feels like to do something that doesn't really turn you on and then feel like you have to do it in order to succeed is a limiting belief. Like it's bullshit, you guys, but you do have to create the karma for these things. All right. So, bottom line, if you're not going all in, then you're sending out these mixed signals. And what do you get when you send out a mixed signal? Mixed results. It's like having a crush on someone and then you never tell them that you actually like them. And then they're always wondering. And then you never go all the way because you weren't clear about your feelings. And so they can't read it either. And then you're both sitting there on the fence staring at each other like, what the fuck are we doing? Like, if you want something, you have to ask for it. Yes, that means you have to risk getting rejected. You have to risk being disappointed. You have to risk like being vulnerable and not getting what you want back. But the only way to get what you want in life, you guys, is to ask for it. It's to claim it fully. All right. So why do we say we want, again, devotion from a partner? We want commitment in a job. We want to be paid what we're worth. We want to be loved like fully, wholeheartedly. We want someone that cherishes us, not somebody who's like, yeah, I'll take it or leave it. I would rather be alone for the rest of my life than be with someone who's like, you're all right. All right, Karma 101. Number one, this is the first law of karma. Like produces like. Okay, the second law of karma, karma grows, it expands. The third law of karma, you need a cause to get a result, and you're always going to get a similar result to the cause. Why? Like produces like. And number four, fourth law of karma, if you don't have a cause, you don't get a result. If you don't plant an apple seed, you're not getting an apple tree. Okay. Before I even say anything else, you have to stop waiting for this like perfect time. You're sitting around waiting for a sign. You're waiting for a lightning bolt to hit you on your head. But karma starts to shift when you start to shift. Like you're waiting for the universe to move you. You need to move. There are times to be relaxed and lean back. Okay. And there are times where you need to move your ass. And so a lot of times it's about creating momentum, even if it's slow and steady, but you've got to kick that ball on the field to keep it in motion. Okay. When you stop like pursuing something and things start to stagnate, it's usually a sign that you need to take a new action step, even if it's a more gentle one. All right. Because half-hearted efforts are going to get half-hearted results. Like produces like, always, you guys. So you can say one thing, but if you're not doing it, then it's probably not going to work out for you. It's probably not going to happen. True devotion also means acting before certainty, staying even when you're not 100% sure how it's going to work out, staying even when it gets hard, staying when it's like really testing your faith. Yes, you guys, that is a part of it. I can't tell you how many people I talk to about relationship stuff that will not put 100% in They're not putting all their eggs in one basket, and then they're wanting this like incredible outcome, but they won't stay in. They get so impatient. They're like, all right, it's been a month. Like, I'm not getting a result. I'm over it. I'm going to jump around now. I'm going to go start dating again or get on the apps, or I'm going to dump this person and go to somebody new. When almost all of the time, that's not the answer. That's not the answer. What you have to start to pay attention to is the karma that you're creating through your mind, body, and speech. I help you with this. This is literally what I do. I'm like a surgeon. I can immediately start to pinpoint where you're out of integrity, like so fast, you guys. Again, it's how you're thinking. And yes, even the silent thoughts count. They do. And what you're saying and what you're doing. If you're not walking the talk, if you're not like an embodiment of the thing that you say you want, that's where we start. You've got to start with you. You start with you, and then the universe will follow, and then the external can shift, but it has to start from inside. Okay. Again, mind, body, speech. So you don't plant a tomato seed today and eat a salad tomorrow, right? I did tomatoes during the pandemic. I planted them. I had never had like a land to do it on. So I did it like on a balcony, and it was magical because it's like you have to tend to it. You got to water the fucking dirt before you see any sprouts. And it takes time for things to sprout. So it's like, it's the exact same thing in your mind. Okay. Every time you're doing something differently, mind, body, speech, you create a new little impression in your mind. And that little impression grows over time. And the more that you water it, so to speak, the more that you do similar causes, the more you're going to get a result of that nature bigger down the road. Okay. So going all in is also like a form of purification. You start purifying the parts of you that are doubtful, that are hesitant, that don't trust, and you start creating different causes. You're definitely getting something better down the line, right? Because think about it like this. It's like planting like one really solid, like when I was growing my little cherry tomatoes, it's like, because my mom was also really good, and I was like with my parents during the pandemic, and I remember her being like, yep, you've got to bury it at like this level under the dirt, but like you don't want to bury it too much, and then you want to keep it like humid but not dry, whatever, right? So you can do one really good seed, and then you plant like 5 other seeds in the thing, and 4 of them don't sprout and 1 of them does. Why? The conditions were better for that one seed. So where she told me really the right way to plant it and to not put it too deep in the soil, etc., like those were the tomato plants that grew, and some of the other ones didn't sprout. So the conditions have to be correct. So I want you to ask yourself, like, I really want you to hone in, where is the part of your life that's like the stickiest, the most challenging? It could be with your love life. If you're single, it's like you're either perma single, like you don't date, you don't put yourself out there, you're not like magnetic, you're not talking to people when you're out, like you don't feel receptive, you're really shut down. Or you are going through these like phases of entertaining people that are just not a good fit. It's like, you know, deep down, they're not either fully interested in you, they're not putting in any efforts, or they're really breadcrumbing you. Like that is a habit. Or you're like into the highs and lows of like being around unavailable people. So it's like they give you that intermittent reinforcement, like a hit of drugs. Like they'll pay attention to you for a little bit, or they'll be texting you and then they ghost you, and then they're hot and then they're cold. The hot and cold shit, you guys, is such a prime example of you not deciding what you really want, and then clearing the way and making space for what it is that you actually want, and then making boundaries or saying bye-bye to the things or the people or the situations that are not a full match. That's on you. Okay. So what area in your life are you having the biggest challenge? Because that's the area probably where you're not completely committed. And again, if you do feel like you're committed to it, I promise there are ways that you can clean it up. You just can't see it because they're blind spots. That's what I'm here for. Number 2, I want you to ask yourself, like, if you knew you were definitely going to get a result, what would a full commitment look like? Because this is what keeps most people like held back. They're like, well, until I see proof that it's definitely going to happen, I'm not going to put my whole ass into it. And it's like, what would your commitment look like if you did know you were going to get a result? Now, I'm not promising that you will, because that's not how it works. But it's very likely that you're going to start seeing some transformation pretty quickly when you start to clean up. You got to look, like I said, I take people through a whole exercise on what are your highest values. Okay. How exactly are you embodying that in your mind, body, speech, in your life? And then we really dig in. We get ultra specific, because you can really lie to yourself. You can play yourself. You can be living in denial, like, oh yeah, yeah, I definitely am doing what I need to be doing. Like, oh yeah, I'm totally available for relationship, but you're still entertaining an ex or a person that's not available. Or do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a block in the path. Like you keep putting your energy, it's scattered. It's not laser focused. It's not honed in. So that's also scatters your magnetism. It dilutes your power. Okay. Those are like energy leaks. I help you plug those energy leaks quickly, honey. So what would it look like? Like if you knew you were definitely going to get the result, what would you be doing differently? Because that's the stuff you have to start doing now. All right. And lastly, like what would it look like without a guarantee? What would your devotion look like? Would you be meditating every day? Would you be, I don't know, putting yourself out there and going out every Friday night and being like, you know what? Like, okay, I don't want to get on dating apps, but I want to meet someone. I've got to put myself in places where I'm going to meet people. Or if it's in your relationship and you're like, in a partnership now, but it's not where you'd like it to be. And I would love to help you there to refine things. And you're like, you know, the intimacy is not great. It's okay. Or we're not having sex a lot. Or the passion is like gone. I feel like we're roommates. Or do you know what I'm saying? Like you maybe in your relationship, you feel like you're the one that's doing all the work and they're kind of lazy. We can clean that up, you guys. And a lot of times you'll get a transformation in your partnership, the one you're in. You're not just gonna like leave the grass where you are and be like, the grass is greener over there, because 99% of the time it's going to get green where you fucking water it, but you've got to clean up your own behavior. Your partner is a mirror. If you're single, the people and situations in your life are your mirrors right now. If you're in a partnership, your current partner, no matter how much you feel misaligned with them or you're not vibing with them or you don't feel like you're in love with them anymore, or maybe you even want to leave them, they're still your mirror. Do not pretend like they're not there for a reason. They're there to teach you something. And if you don't learn the lesson, maybe you're not going to be able to leave that relationship yet. So you may need to finish the lesson, complete the curriculum. Okay. But anyways, I can help you figure all that out. So that's just what I wanted to leave you with today. You got to create the causes for what it is that you want karmically. Okay. You want a tomato plant, you got to plant a tomato seed, not a little apple seed. If you want the universe to reward you, you've got to go first. So I can help you with this in a few different ways. All the links are in the description box below. I do have an audio bundle called, it's 2 different audio tracks, The Vow. And this is like how to call in sacred union if you're still single. And then Fully Claimed, which is like how to inspire their devotion so that you feel fully chosen. Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of people are in relationships and they still don't feel like the partner fully chooses them. That is truly sad to me. It can be better, you guys, but you have to claim it and then you can be claimed. Okay. You have to take ownership of your deepest desires, not lie to yourself and then blame your partner for not doing it. It's on you, babe. It's on you. All right. Or you can check out private mentorship, which is my focus right now. So I'm accepting 2 people before the end of the year for my private one-to-one mentorship. I've only got 2 spots available. I've been focused on group stuff for the last several months. So I'm finally back to one-to-one work. So if you want intimate help, and that is the most intimate, most nuanced, most refined way to work with me, that's by application, 3-month minimum, but we can go longer. Links are below in the description for everything I mentioned. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I will see you in the next one.